Brock, are you going to apologize to the victim?
How you doing, man?
Do you feel like justice has been served?
Have anything to say?
America is unarguably the most influential country in the world. Because of their influence, many other countries besides Britain were guided into being first world countries.
Yet our views on sexual assault in the eye of court is incredibly skewed, one of the most famous cases being the Brock Turner case, a white student athlete who received 6 months of prison and 3 years of probation.
After the large uproar, the Me Too movement gained popularity globally.
The Me Too movement took down hundreds of powerful men. 2 years later, some say it is costing women opportunities and causing segregation in some workplaces.
The hashtag #MeToo movement can be defined as a social movement against sexual violence and sexual assault that advocates for females who survived sexual violence to speak out about their experience.
In 2006, Tarana Burke founded the Me Too movement to create a safe space for people of color.
The movement tried to have global conversations related to social violence to help more people expand its influence, one of those being South Korea.
The 4B movement is a feminist movement that originated in South Korea in 2019, where the movement is said to say no to men till there is respect for women.
When victims of sexual violence press charges against their perpetrators, they often describe poor or even traumatic experiences with the police. This brings us to our movie, Hope, which is based on a real case that happened in South Korea.
In 2008, a little 8-year-old girl was walking to school and was attacked by a grown man named Cho Do-soon in a church bathroom during hours no one was there. He sprayed the little girl, who was on the brink of death, with cold water to remove his DNA, leaving her soaked.
Nayeon, her alias, was found by the cleaning ladies as she called for help. All of her organs were out as he had violently attacked her and had bit her.
Cho Do-sun went home happily as though nothing had happened, while she was rushed to the hospital and needed immediate surgery. As soon as she woke up, she was questioned by the authorities because they didn't want her to forget her story. And her story never changed once.
The movie and the real-life case had many similarities, but they also had many differences as well. In the movie, Hope could not see her father or any man without having a panic attack, but in real life, she had a very close bond with her father, as he was the one who took her to all of her appointments and built her a sink so it was easier for her to dump her colostomy bag. Another difference is that in the movie, the paparazzi tried to expose the little girl, whereas in real life, the press was kept very quiet as the police had this as a very serious case.
In the movie and in real life, the perpetrator only got 12 years in prison. He was released in 2020 of March, moving to the same area as Nayeon to mentally torture her.
About 40% of violent crime is alcohol related. This is because in Korea, if you're drinking while you commit a crime, you get a reduced sentence.
A high-angle shot is used to represent how vulnerable Hope's father is. The color and lighting are white and blue to establish the look and vibe of a hospital setting to create a melancholy feel. With every character in the scene, there is not a single person with bright or vivid colors. The makeup, hair, and costume design are done extremely well on Hope, as it looks very accurate to what a victim of sexual assault may look like. There is a cutaway edit showing that the colostomy bag is leaking, which was due to all the sudden fast movements Hope had to endure. Hope's dad nervously tries to clean it up, while there is a cross-cut edit for Hope's mom, who faints while trying to get help. Her father is very overwhelmed and agitated by the situation going on. While he thinks he is doing his fatherly duties, he is only making the situation worse. Hope's actor, Lee Rae, does a phenomenal job of portraying a victim of child sexual abuse. There are close-ups of her face to show the intensity of the scene. He is accidentally triggering her, causing her to have a panic attack by giving her PTSD from her attacker. As we get to an extreme close-up of her eye, we see how Hope no longer views her father as her father, but instead as the attacker. This part of the film causes Hope to develop a fear of her dad. With another medium shot, her father notices and realizes he caused her trigger. This scene is a major turning point for Hope's father, as from that moment forward, Hope is afraid of him and other men.